Hey everybody, I'm Royal.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is Exposed, episode 22. Girl, we're back. We had a little bit of break, but that's okay. All right. All hot girls need to just take a second.
Yeah, sometimes we needed to rest or mental breakdowns happen. Okay? Speaking of mental breakdowns,
Ooh.
RFK Jr., who would have thought not great for the position he's in?
I
Unqualified.
Know. So surprising. Such a crazy whatever Senate hearing or whatever. Sydney Sweeney is dating Scooter Braun, and they met at Jeff Bezos's wedding. Like, how worse can that get? You know?
Yeah, I thought Tinder meeting your boyfriend on Tinder was bad. Shout out. Our girl just making worse and worse decisions.
Oh my God. Essence is doing bankruptcy protection or something like that. They haven't quite filed for bankruptcy yet, but they're close apparently.
Yeah, when we said Essence sale, this is not the Essence sale we were hoping for.
Exactly.
But I bet that foreclosure sale's gonna hit.
Nah, I'm looking for that 90% off.
Yeah. They actually pay us at this point to wear it.
Right, right.
Zoran Mamdani hit his max for donations. Eric Adams getting a job from Trump, perhaps. And Andrew Cuomo, another bestie of Trump's.
Literally, just two, Eric and Cuomo, huge losers.
Huge losers.
Also, Trump possibly is going to kick it soon. Trump possibly... You know, or
if we're good and we eat all of our vegetables.
I know. Listen, like, I don't pray, but the night people thought it was going to happen, I really did. And it didn't happen. So God's not real. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, let's talk about what we're wearing because I'm pretty proud. Y'all got to look at this. Okay.
The fit is fire.
You know, and I just these rags that I'm wearing, didn't really get it from anybody in particular. Just kidding. Vanessa gave this JPG top to me for my birthday. Like, how hot does this look? How hot? And I got diesel jeans on, and you can't see, but I have this like diesel earring. I'm like all dieseled out. And then this like new ear cuff and stuff. So
she's got the
I'm feeling pretty good.
The
also,
fit
this bra
crazy.
Too.
And I love these pants. These are honestly like you have really inspired me to go get some diesel pants.
They're like,
however,
so nice.
I think I have a fourth of your legs. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna pull them off that well.
Yeah, but. You know, I think they maybe have shorter ones. But yeah, I always need the extra long. But okay, show us what you got on.
Okay. This has been slipping the whole time. So after I show you this, I'm taking it off. But your girls are starting a Depop. So by the time this is out, you can go check out our Depop. But I'm wearing something that will be on there.
I'm gonna be putting this up, JK.
I got it from Shop 86, and
it looks great.
Don't know. I thought I was gonna go salsa dancing or something. Like, I don't know what the vibes were, but like, it's super cute. It's got this flowy, gorgeous little hand beaded detail, and it comes with a matching little scarf thing that has the detail as well. Okay, you can find this and some other gorgeous pieces on there.
Amazing. Also, we've been doing this the whole time, and I don't even know if one of us is like in focus. We are now, though. I'm literally not gonna cut that, but God, we have had a lot of things happening. Obviously, we've been gone for a while.
I know. My fault, kings and queens.
Whatever. I know everybody was waiting. I was just getting calls and texts like every day.
I know. You guys have been on edge.
When you come back, and I'm like, we're going to come back when we want to come back.
Yeah, I think like we may start after every like 5 or 10 episodes taking a little bit of a break so I don't go insane. Because I am a little Kermit that likes to, as a Cancer / Leo combo. Yeah,
like
a hermit, LMAO.
Like,
I'm a little Kermit. No, but like I need alone time and I will go insane if I don't get it. And I was starting to go crazy. So I needed this weekend to just surrender and hang out with myself. Because I fucking love hanging out with myself. Okay, no offense. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
But yeah, no.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I was like wanting to kind of discuss with you like introverts versus extroverts because you and Ash both have said to me like, "Oh, I get my energy from other people," and that does not happen for me. Like, I get so tired. It definitely like with you and Max and Zoe. Like,
Mhm.
I don't feel this way because like that's like
Absolutely.
my inner circle. But like, so if I hang out with too many people and I don't get like alone time, I'm like, please.
I I can relate to that because like I do get energy from being around people, but that like it doesn't mean I get tired. Like I feel like
Hmm.
I do need that. Okay, let me like go back to my apartment and literally just like rot in my bed
Hmm.
on my phone or something or listen to music. That is arguably the most important thing for me is like having my alone time with either headphones on, put your headphones on. Um but I can understand. I can
Yeah.
understand that. No, I was spouting the whole day. I was like, Vanessa fucking hates my guts. What the hell? No, of course not. No, and I
No,
can
because
respect
I
that.
become a miserable lady if I don't get my alone time. I become just feral to be around. I'm like sour. I'm like,
Nah, absolutely. No, I've been on the thing of going home from being out early. Typically, I am a FOMO stay until the end type of person, but I've been like fixing my sleep schedule and just being like, it is okay to leave the function early.
yeah,
It's in like early for me is like, I don't know, like 2 a.m. But like, no, I can understand that. And I'm holding space for that for you in my heart.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. All
Yeah.
right, what have you been doing?
Okay, I honestly had a really, really cool experience. So I've been following these guys, Colin and Samir, who really just talk a lot about they're like I feel like YouTubers sometimes can be like a bad word that people don't like using, but there are these creators on YouTube who interview a lot of other creators. They kind of talk about like storytelling, things like that, what it means to be a creative. And I've literally been following them since like 2017 maybe. Because I've just always enjoyed what they talk about, but they put like a link up on their Instagram being like, "Hey, we're having an event that's by creators for creators and we're looking for like volunteers." And I was like, you know what, this could be like a fun experience because they said they were having it at the Domino Sugar building in Williamsburg, which is like a super cool building. Look it up.
Yeah, it's like a gorgeous like rooftop kind of. Is that?
Yeah, so they had like two shifts, like the morning and the nighttime, because this whole event was just like one whole day. And I did the morning one, so I had to be there at like 7 a.m. Um, and like I went out the night before, but I didn't drink anything, which was
Mm-hmm.
very, very important. I like it helped so much getting up in the morning, not being like hungover. But I go there, it literally we're at the top of this super tall building, and it's like this basically this big glass kind of like dome almost you would say, and you literally get like 360 views of all of Brooklyn, all of Manhattan. It was like the most beautiful view ever. And shout out to the whole team that was running it too. They were all so nice and welcoming. I literally go in there and everyone was being like, "Oh my god, like what's your name? Like super nice to meet you. Oh, did you go here yesterday?"
Mm-hmm.
Literally
And you
so
got like a
nice.
million free things too.
Yeah, and I knew at these creator type things where it's like all influencers and stuff, they love to give out free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like I came home, well, the whole thing was like they had people speaking, like Casey Neistat was there, Max Joseph from Catfish and many other things was there. Stephen Bartlett, who does like the Diary of a CEO podcast, he spoke. And it was very much like a almost like a who's who of like the creator, like educational space and many other things. Cleo Abram, who's a very great creator as well. So many people. And like I checked out a bunch of people. The lady from the cutting room floor was there. I checked her in. I was doing like registration stuff for the first half of the day. And then the second half of the day, when like my shift ended, they were like, "Oh yeah, are you gonna watch people?" And I was like, "Oh, I can do that." So I literally switched my shirt and was basically an attendee for the second half of the day. was able to watch some like really cool panels. They had like a free matcha bar. So I had like 3 matchas.
You're just like shaking.
No, it was so good though. The matcha was really good. Damn, what was the name? Anyways, such a cool experience. And honestly, just like helped rekindle a little bit of that like creative energy in me, and just kind of like reminded me why I do so much of this, and it's just like how much I love storytelling, how much I love creating these things. And again, the whole team that was like behind it and working there, like Smooth Media was one of them, Whaler, super nice people, like literally all so nice, like love talking and hanging out with them. They made the experience so great. Again, amazing experience. Like it was just one of those random New York things that I got to do that I just like had such a fun time with. So shout out to that.
That's awesome. I've been wanting to go to the Domino Sugar Factory.
We should go.
Am I wrong? Is there a restaurant there? I think there's like some fancy restaurant up there.
At the top, no, but there is this like fancy bakery that has
that's
opened.
What I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but I wonder if there is a restaurant there. Like I would assume there is.
Yeah, probably.
But,
speaking of restaurants and eating, we went. No, this is very not the same. We went to a foraging class.
Yes, in Prospect Park.
My friend Kristen invited me to, and now all of my friends want to go too.
No, literally me too.
Everyone's like, "Wait, so are you down to go again?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't really know how to explain this, but like in Prospect Park, there's this guy who like writes all these books about foraging and
he's like
edible plants.
65, been doing this for so long.
Yes, amazing guy. He just like takes people out on tours and just like shows you edible plants, and then you just eat them for 3 hours.
It was so cool, and these plants are so good.
Oh my god, yeah.
I
These
was
like
blown away.
clover things, like I picked some.
Wasn't that? I have the names of some of the things. That was like mustard garlic, I think it was called.
No idea. Royal was really paying attention. I was just eating everything off the floor.
Garlic mustard.
But we like all took stuff home. So like I shared everything with Max, and you shared everything with Zoe, and Zoe hated that.
Zoe was literally making faces at me, and she's like, "No, I didn't hate it." And I was like, "Girl."
Did you give it to her like 3 days after the class?
Well, no, but the thing is that I had them in a bag and I put it in the fridge right as I got home, and I was having it and I was like, this is as great as when we were eating it. Okay. Yeah, like lamb's quarters was another one. Poor man's pepper, which I really liked. Those were like the seeds.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Like he like just shows you stuff and then is like, oh, the seeds taste like this, and a lot of them were like peppery. I don't. It was cool. I liked it.
It was so interesting.
We did leave halfway through though. Well, I was like, I want some real food. I haven't eaten. I'm hungover.
Yeah, and we'd been out the night before.
Oh yeah, we were out until I don't even remember. Like 4.
I think I got home at like 3 something.
3 o'clock, and then at 9 a.m. I'm getting up for this fucking foraging class.
I'm not joking. I'm like texting Vanessa. I'm literally like trying to get any out I can get to not go to this, because I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you were like, is that I like sent her a selfie of me in bed, and she's like, is that I'm not going? And I was like, no, I'm going.
And I said that I was like, okay. I texted him like, okay, great. And in my head, I'm like, oh, okay.
But we had a good time. But oh my god, I was so hungover. My head was killing me.
Literally.
And then I'm like, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm foraging. My friends who went out with us were sending us like bacon, egg, and cheese pictures. Like I'm eating stuff off the floor.
Oh my gosh. But it was
great.
I know. I was so pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. And we are going again.
We absolutely are. So we just like doing activities all the time.
Yes. Okay, so few things. I feel like I turned 25, and I feel like it finally like the brain like
developed.
I felt it come in, and now I'm like thinking about my finances, planning for the future. What are my financial goals? Like Max and I want to go to Paris next year, and I'm fucking planning a year and ahead. We're like, all right, this is how much from each paycheck I gotta save and shit.
I gotta start doing that.
Hate that.
Oh my
hate
god,
this
absolutely.
energy. but like now I'm like so motivated to do that, and it's so annoying. So go shop the Depop.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go to
right.
France.
No, that honestly, I need to do that thing too. Or I'm just like going through all the stuff I have and be like, okay, I could probably sell this. I could probably sell this.
Yeah, I went through every single closet this weekend. Like, this is what happens when you leave me alone. I start like, all right, time to start a new business.
Yeah. Oh my God. I completely. Oh, when I was growing up, I was a Craigslist
Yeah.
master. You don't. Oh my God.
I was
would
at
buy and sell
eBay. Like,
things.
I was selling every single thing. Like, me and my mom were getting into it. I love that.
Oh, I was like a 13-year-old, like telling my parents, okay, can you drive me to like the Walmart parking lot so I can like trade a power supply for a computer with this guy? And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, how did you get a computer for free? I'm like, don't ask questions.
Yeah,
Don't ask
listen,
questions.
y'all don't have to know about it.
Literally, it was such a hustle for me. It was such a hustle for me.
No, that's great.
Anyways, okay, should we get into kind of what's happened in the past 2 weeks? There's been so many things.
So this stuff with Trump possibly dying, I'm so devastated. But
Oh my
he
God.
definitely had some kind of health scare.
Absolutely.
I will put my hand to God on that, because this man not talking for 6 days, like, and then the way that the
BFFR.
White House handled it was so fucked. This like picture that came out way later,
and like the truths, whatever that they were posting on Truth Social, and it was not Trump at all. It was like all lowercase.
Oh yeah,
things were spelled right and things were comprehensible for once. And I was like, this is some intern doing this.
I know. I'm like, you guys are so obvious.
Legitimately.
This like one fist bump too that was like, oh, Trump is looking great, and then whatever.
So crazy, so crazy. And then he had like he had a press conference, and all he talked about was like, we're moving the Space Force to Alabama, and like literally nothing of note. He starts. It was crazy. Honestly, he said stuff about mail-in voting and things. He was like, yeah, their election was rigged because it was mail-in voting. Insane things. But
Hate that man.
I saw a actual doctor on TikTok. Oh, I hate saying that. I really hate saying that. But a certified MD doctor who was saying, yeah, like when his health report came out, he's like on these 2 medications where one of them is like a preventative for a stroke, and they would only be giving him the other one if he already had a stroke and they were trying to prevent another one. So here's hoping. I'm not going to say, Bonnie's agreeing. She's hoping for that as well. I'm not saying what we're hoping for, but
it would be very interesting for New York. Like,
right.
I wonder, Max was saying that people would be like shouting in the streets.
Oh, it'd be like when Biden won in 2020, when I'm not joking.
Exactly what he said, yeah.
Like people were honking their horns. I will never forget that day. I was by Greenwood Cemetery, and like everyone was yelling from their cars and like the windows and the street tops. I'm like, I literally, I was like, I can only imagine this is how they felt when like, I don't know, World War II, like ended or some shit.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
The wrong white man died. Giorgio Armani passed away at 91.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have much to say.
I know. He probably wasn't a good guy in the slightest.
I doubt it.
Horrible.
Yeah.
That's it. Had some great looks, obviously.
Yeah, had some cool shit.
Honestly, one of my favorite things he did was the Grace Jones cover.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put that up here. I'll put a picture of the Grace Jones cover because, oh my God, so iconic. So iconic.
I feel like 91's pretty good. Like, he made it for a long time. Like, that's great.
Especially for, like, some fashion person,
yeah.
you know?
Actually, I think they said that a week earlier, like, on his deathbed, he said, like, oh, I wish I had spent more time with my friends and family instead of working so much.
Wow. Who could have guessed?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, man. Like, guess it's good to, think about that when you're fucking working late and stuff.
Absolutely.
And, like, for what?
Literally.
So, Cardi B... She was exonerated or whatever, like not guilty. I was like locked in. I love like law with celebrities and stuff.
That lawyer was for people who don't know, Cardi B had to go when was this? Like earlier this year, last year?
No, I think it was 2018.
Oh my God, 2018.
So long ago.
So what happened was she had to go to a doctor's for a checkup. And she was pregnant at the time, but nobody knew. So they like cleared out the doctor's office. She was the last person there.
Mm-hmm.
And they like didn't let a security guard something with a security guard where she was like kind of being tripped out by the security guard.
Can I fill in on this?
Fill in.
She's going to the gyno. She leaves her security downstairs because she didn't want the security to be there. Like, no, she's pregnant, all this stuff. She starts getting out of the elevator, and then she sees a security guard pass her, and then she's on the phone, and she's like, oh my God, it's Cardi B, it's Cardi
takes
B.
Her phone out.
Yeah, and so Cardi turns around, and she's filming her. Like, she's got the phone here, not like here anymore. She's filming her, and like she's like walking away, and then she's kind of like, hey, why are you filming me? Stop filming me. And the girl's like, no, it's my phone, I'm gonna do what I want, whatever. And then they get in like a heated argument, and the receptionist from the doctor's office comes out and is like interfering, blocking them. And they're saying the security guard was alleging that Cardi scratched her with her nail on her face, and she had to get 2 plastic surgery treatments for it.
She was suing her. This is the other thing. She was suing her for $24 million.
Yeah. And then she also got, the doctor came out and took Cardi into the room, and they were like telling the security guard, like, do your job, leave her alone. And she got fired for it because that was unprofessional as hell. You can't just like, especially if you're going to the doctor, like that's like a HIPAA violation or some shit.
Legitimately.
But yeah, and so this entire case was insane. The lawyer
is literally asking her like about her hair and like the wig she was wearing. It was like,
yeah, he was like, did you call her fat? Like, are you swearing?
Like, he was like, oh, so who's physically bigger, you or her? And Cardi was like, what are you talking about? We can see it.
Yeah, and he was like, how do you know she's bigger? And she's like,
go watch the tapes because
so funny.
Oh my God.
Cardi was like making this entire courtroom like die laughing. Like,
if there's one thing I feel like that will happen when you are either a rich or famous person, you're gonna get sued by someone like wanting to take your money. Yeah. I'm like, I feel like that just comes with the territory is something happens and then they get it in their head or some lawyer talks to them and goes like, oh yeah, we could take this to the next level, sue him for $24 million. Like, oh my God. Though why they do it that high is because a lot of times it's kind of like shoot for the moon and, you know, you'll land among the stars and maybe we'll get like a couple million or something. But it's so crazy.
Yeah. I remember Cardi, after when she got like exonerated, was saying like, I'm going to be nice this time and I'm going to leave it alone. But next time someone does this shit, I'm countersuing them. Like, this is not okay. You can't just like sue people for no reason.
Absolutely.
And then a reporter was like asking her if she was pregnant, and she threw a pen at them. And it was like, you would do that after you just got out of this like assault case. Like, you just throw something at someone.
Oh my God. Oh my
Hilarious.
God.
Anyway, we love Cardi.
I know, right?
So funny. Shein was using Luigi Mangione as an AI model. Can he sue? Speaking of suing.
I know. Like,
I don't think it's worth his time, but like, that's hilarious.
I know. This gets into like whole like AI copyright laws and stuff. Like, that's so insane. And I'm also, it's like, Shein, like, you're done. Like, you're chopped. Like, get out of here. Like, what are we talking about? Like, who, like, I'm sorry, but if you're buying Shein in 2025, like, what are you doing?
Do all the Love Island girls are on Love Island wearing Shein dresses?
Well, and that's kind of the thing is, like, a lot of people don't give a fuck. Also, I have gone to thrift stores outside of New York, I think, and still even in New York. So much of it is Shein. It's so crazy. And it's, like, makes me super sad because I'm like, oh, my God, like, 90% of it is, first of all, polyester, super shitty. But it's just so insane to see that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, you know?
It's like it didn't even survive the first time. You want to resell Shein? That's
It's
insane.
legitimately, it's so crazy.
Yeah. One other thing to say though, I don't know how much time the Love Island people get, like from when they find out they're gonna be on the show to when they actually have to go. But I'm like, can they not like reach out to brands and be like, hey, I'm gonna be on Love Island. Like, I'd love to wear your brand. Because like people would show that it's like the #1 show in television.
100%. I don't know. It's crazy. And I'm just like, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
God, fast fashion, we need a whole thing dedicated to that. New Chloe Mall. We got a new head of editorial content at Vogue.
Yes.
Obviously not editor-in-chief. I don't think Anna's ever gonna give that up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pry that from her dead cold hands.
My God. Classic boomer move of just not giving anything up. Like, God.
Yeah, like their houses.
Yeah, no, honestly. And if they do, they're like, yeah, let's sell to BlackRock, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Goodness
For
sakes.
sure.
And if I'm being honest, listen, you know, don't like to hate on a woman, but never, all the photos that people have been posting, I have not liked the clothes that she's wearing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But like,
I feel like they always, like, anytime we see, like, no offense, like a Harper's Bazaar one too, or they like show all of their like heads, I'm like,
it's not, they're never wearing good stuff. It's
Yeah,
like
I
people like
never-
Vera Wang. Oh my God. Every time I see Vera Wang, also,
that bitch is on the Epstein list.
I know, whole other thing with that, of course.
Yeah, we'll go into that,
but like, yeah, so many of those people, it's like this weird dichotomy, you know? Anyways.
Yeah, actually, I have to laugh. Like, LinkedIn posted all of the interns from Vogue, and they were like all in all black. It's
Oh,
like,
God.
oh, you fashion motherfuckers are so funny.
No, legitimately.
But yeah, she is like a nepo baby. The Vogue editor. Her mom was the like Vogue editor in Sex and the City, which is so funny. People were like, "Oh my God, a nepo baby, really?" But like, yeah, it's fashion. Like, everyone that's in fashion has to be able to live off of their shitty salaries.
Oh my God, absolutely.
How do they do that? By being nepo babies.
Oh, completely. They're like, yeah, no, like $45,000 is so fine. And you're like, then how are you living in the Upper West Side? And they're like, well, mommy, daddy pay for it. Mommy, daddy pay for my $7,000 a month apartment or some shit.
Tea.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was seeing a lot of people online like, who is this? And all the comments were killing me because they were like, yeah, you don't know the people who work there.
Zero.
Like, did you think it was gonna be Dua Lipa?
Right? Like, legitimately. Anyways, okay, let's take a little break, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about Sydney Sweeney dating Scooter Braun, Essence bankruptcy, the Epstein list, Zora Mamdani. Anyways.
Stay tuned. We're back.
All right. Second half of the pod.
Sydney Sweeney dating Scooter Braun, white boy from Bezos' wedding.
Oh, God. Like, talk about, first of all, just evil guy. Like, not a good person in the slightest.
I don't even know who this is.
Oh, so he's the record executive who bought Taylor Swift's whole discography. Yeah.
Whoa, dude, thing. Sydney Sweeney is on a villain tour. What the fuck?
Well, and also a bunch of other stuff. Like, I would have to look more into it.
Jesus,
but
this is some villainous, like Trump white woman. Like, this is a Trump voter type deal. Like, this is crazy.
Literally, I'm like, talk about holy cow.
So villainous.
PR nightmare. Because
this is great for, I'm sure this MAGA group is like, that's our queen.
I guess that is the thing, is that, you know, all of these people, they start going to the right, okay, when they're canceled or whatever.
I mean, do you think, I feel like she's always been this way.
No, you're completely correct. And it's definitely been that. I can so imagine that when they were in Euphoria, she was having PR people say, don't show this, don't show that. Like, you can't talk about this now. And now that she's gotten more mainstream success, she's talking more freely about things. Like, obviously, she's a
Mhm.
registered Republican. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I really am curious to think about like what the behind the scenes of Euphoria were like for her, because I mean Hunter Schafer, Zendaya, like I can't imagine that those people would have gotten along with her unless she was like really suppressing who she
Though
was.
I think a lot of these people skate by now because they know their unpopular opinions, so they
Right.
just don't voice those opinions,
Yeah, probably. But I feel like she must have made some kind of side comments or some shit under her breath. Like, you
Something.
know,
Well, and people were giving Hunter Schafer flack because she was like seen with Sydney Sweeney at something.
hmm
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
We're
feel
just
like
like looking into their lives. I don't know what their whole shtick
well,
is,
and the
but
thing is, like, things can get parasocial because I'm sorry, but I think being seen at the same party as somebody horrible. I'm not excusing this. Obviously, I'm not
yeah.
excusing it and saying like she should be able to be with Sydney Sweeney. But I think if you're at a party where there's another horrible person, that doesn't mean, first of all, you support the horrible person. That doesn't mean like
So true.
that's
Like
just kind of how the business is.
I go to parties
Like,
with you all the time.
oh my God, what the hell?
And you don't get flack for being around. No, I'm just kidding.
But you get like what I'm saying. Obviously, I'm
yeah,
not
totally,
excusing
totally.
it. But yeah, like that's crazy, all that stuff. Essence was filing for bankruptcy protection 100% because of the tariffs and the downturn of the like it's crazy. Okay, vamp for a second because I want to look like what percentage they were down in
Okay.
sales.
Well, my thing, I do think like for brands that like thrive off of like this sale is like their main shtick is like, oh, they're just like actually not making enough profit. Not to like go into capitalism and whatnot, but like they probably are deep in the shitter no matter how popular they are.
Okay, wait, actually, Essence is filed for the Canadian version of Chapter 11 bankruptcy as it battles its lender. It's not fighting to be sold, has essentially entered into a war with its chief lender.
But this is also like any fashion industry stuff is like it's a widely known thing that making money in fashion is so hard. It's why all the jobs are like very low paying. Because like
Absolutely.
even if you are like this high end brand, to be able to sell all of your stock at the price that you're looking for, like it is so difficult to sell clothes. Like
Right.
I don't know about you, but like I think I've tried selling shit on Depop and whatever for like years and nothing sells unless it's so cheap. And just like moving clothes. Like there's so much clothes in the world that it's hard to actually
It's
sell that.
absolutely it's so crazy. Ugh, God, I'm trying to look
But
through
I
and
really love
see.
Essence and like they're like
Right.
them and like the Real is like the only ways like people actually get to interact with like designer clothing and stuff and actually make it
Absolutely.
affordable.
Well,
So I don't know if there's a GoFundMe for that.
oh my God, yeah, right. Well, I think it's interesting to see how all of these other ones like Farfetch, Vestiaire, there was another app that just came out that's kind of like a clone, but I can't remember the name right now, but their draw was like they have exclusives that are like super expensive. Like they have some runway stuff, handmade stuff, like $8,000
Okay.
clothes. But like it's interesting to see where they're gonna go from here. Obviously, in this day and age, like these type of companies don't go away. It's gonna be bought out by some private equity or something who's just gonna, I'm assuming, gut 90% of the team. You know how these things
It'll be
go.
replaced by AI
Oh
and
my
whatever.
God, don't piss
As
me
it
off.
as if their like models aren't already freaky.
Shh, literally.
But yeah, I hope it works out.
Right.
Maybe they'll win the lottery and put us back in there. I don't know, whatever. Okay, Epstein list. This is crazy.
Okay. Can we talk about how, what was it, like a DOJ, one of the head guys basically got honeypotted off of Hinge and was recorded. The girl he was going on a date with recorded him saying, oh yeah, what's going to happen is we're going to go through the Epstein files and we're going to take out all the Republicans' names and
Democrats.
leave the Democrats and the liberals' names. And also, oh yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell totally got moved to a minimum security prison, even though she's a registered offender, and they're doing that to keep her quiet. He verbatim to this girl he was on a date with who was posing as just a woman who's actually a journalist.
Oh,
Like, how
I love women.
How I know, right? How insane is that?
Wow.
But
yeah.
sorry, talk about your piece. Obviously, the
Yeah,
survivors have been speaking.
They have been speaking, and I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like this is such an issue that America should come together. Can we not like agree that like this is fucked up? This is not like a issue. Like, can we not understand that like child SA is bad, and we should expose the horrible rich people that are like allowing the system to continue?
Oh, well, though it's kind of like America hates women who have had that happen to them.
Yeah.
You know, and like
Period.
the whole thing that really has been missing from this conversation is that why are we not believing the survivors? Everyone's like, is he on the Epstein list? XYZ, XYZ. Why are we not believing the people who we know it happened to? And people are just not believing them because they don't believe their testimony. Like that, isn't that the whole insane thing from this?
There are over 300 victims, and in this case, like, I don't know how it gets more like obvious. Like, he was convicted.
Absolutely.
They are in jail. This happened 100%.
Right.
I don't just like hate that the fact that I have to even say that it's real.
I
like,
know.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, no, let's go in and expose all these people. These people should be jailed and sentenced to death.
Of course.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm gonna get a little violent, but like,
Oh.
I think like people don't remember that these women were kids. These were children. These were little kids.
It is so just evil.
Yeah.
Like that is the word to use, like beyond any imagination. And the things that happen to these women, you know, is something that you carry throughout your whole life. It's really like a lot of people say, you know, it's not something you get over. It's just something you learn to try and manage, you know, because the things they experienced were just so horrid. But, you know, the people that were at the head of this are rich people, and this country, you know, obviously we're a capitalistic society, we're an oligarchy. So if you have money, you can legitimately do anything you want. If you have enough money, you know, it kind of doesn't matter. You can get out of anything. If you do go to prison, oh, well, we'll take you to some minimum security federal prison. That's basically just like a stay at the freaking Marriott down the road.
Yeah,
like,
you'll meet all the rest of your celebrity friends that got in trouble, slap on the wrists. Yeah, but like, so they were saying that if they do release the list, they'll just like have all these redacted stuff on it. And then the survivors were like, well, we'll make our own list.
Yes.
Which would be crazy. But they were like, oh yeah, they can't release the names or they'll be sued to homelessness. And Loki probably, you know? So apparently Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be our shining savior. And
let's not go that far. Let's not
for sure read all of the names.
Doing the
bare
minimum.
Because like they have some protection if you read it on the Senate floor or whatever, the House floor. I don't even know.
Yes, they do.
You can't be sued. Her and a lot of other colleagues have volunteered to do this, which I think is like amazing. However, do I think that they're actually going to read all of them and, you know, not find some way to corrupt this?
Oh, whenever.
No.
We really always have to be like, whenever there's a senator, whenever there's a representative that is doing something good, there's always an ulterior motive. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you know how it is. These people do not do things out of the kindness of their heart. Like, when does that happen? You know?
Max and I were just saying, like, New York just passed free lunches at in any school.
Mm-hmm.
And Max is like, well, yeah, they always do a good thing at the very end when they have like an election coming up.
Of course.
Like
Of
otherwise
course.
you don't get any good positive things from your mayor.
Absolutely. It's so insane. And like we live in the real world, so like I don't know. I just don't like I don't think we're ever going to get the actual justice that is warranted from the horrible things that happen, which is sad to say, but it's like shit, like that's the world we live in,
Yeah.
Like I want to be hopeful. I want to be
Yeah.
hopeful, of course.
I was like watching this TikTok that was like POV, it's like 2008, and it's like, yeah, Obama's president, life is good. Like the colors were all super saturated, and then it was like POV, it's like 2025, and the whole screen is gray, the TV is on, it's like another worst day ever. Like that's like how life has been feeling, and I'm like, keep thinking I want to move to Europe. Like every day I start thinking like, fuck, it's too expensive to live here. Every day is horrible. Like you just hear such depressing things like, oh no, we're gonna let child molesters go on and just be president. Like
it is so insane.
yeah, so I don't know. I contemplate living in America, but also like being a true patriot and looking for change is staying here and fighting for that. But like, ooh, that's so hard. I don't like it here.
Well, legitimately, I'm sorry, but like meaningful change, it seems like only happens if you have enough money to do it. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah, but I will say the positive news, if we're trying to be positive, like Zoran Mamdani got he maxed out on the amount that you can campaign, like the amount of donations, like 8 million small donor donations, which is incredible. That's never happened before with this many small donors, and
it's so great to see.
Yeah, I like we went out to Mood Ring the other night. We were out clubbing, and I saw this lady in a Zoran shirt, and I was like, oh shit, I want to buy one. You can't. You literally can't buy merch.
Exactly. He's not selling merch. You can only get it if you like canvas or something.
Yeah, I guess we got to do that. Like now you have to donate your time, so I guess we got to do that if we want to get a shirt.
Phone bank or something.
So you can't just be a poser.
No.
But I did. You can print out on the website a free little poster. I have it up on my window, and yeah, I love that. November 4th, I think, is the actual election, so you got to show up for that.
That has been, I feel like, the one positive thing in this whole whatever
like
past
of hope,
year. I know, because like we, like we've never seen, I feel like, something like this, at least like in my lifetime or from what I can remember, of a politician that is getting so much of this grassroots support. I don't know, like, there's a lot of people who probably are screaming at the screen right now that know there are a lot of people, but at least, I
mean, I think the way they campaigned was so powerful because they did such a good job at it.
Well,
and I've seen so many past Democrats do such a horrible fucking job.
Oh my, so tone deaf, like only pandering to rich people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of politicians are rising up and seeing that this is a way to go. Like I think Omar Fateh, who is running for Minneapolis mayor or something. Search him up. He's running for some kind of office, and he's doing a similar thing that Zoran is doing. But obviously he's getting so much hate. He's getting so much flack. He's an American-born. He's like American Somali, and like obviously people are like dogging on him because of that, because these people are racist who are going against him. But he's finding so much success because this works. It's crazy that talking to and listening to the needs of working class people works.
Yeah. I mean, they just have like really shown how you have a platform that like I close my eyes, I can tell you like the 4 things they're running on. Like normally you're so freaking boring and I'm not listening, and you're totally moderate. Like this is like, oh, all right.
Well, and he's like meeting the communities where they're at, and I think so many politicians come off as so disingenuous, where like
Mhm.
they have some stunt, they have something else where you're like, oh my God. But again, I don't know. Like I have so much PTSD from everyone else. So I'm like, all right, listen, we're saying all this stuff, but who knows? You get into power and everything. But for now, things are looking good.
Yeah.
It seems like, when he gets elected, that this could be a good change for the city.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think, is he going to face so much opposition? Yes. But here's hoping.
It would be cool. Okay, we can have something fun happen for once.
Right.
So obviously Trumpy Dumpy's like in trying to interfere. He's gonna try and give Eric Adams a job so that he drops out of the race.
Well, but then did you see the press conference that Adams had?
No, what happened? Oh, he said no.
Oh, he literally, because if there's one thing Eric Adams hates is that people tell him he can't do something. He
Mhm.
goes on this and says, there is no way I'm dropping out of this race.
Great.
He literally, and so this
True Democrat.
Oh, right.
He
No.
wants what's right for the
Nah.
people.
No, but he said this whole thing. He was like, Andrew Cuomo has a long-standing like record of kicking out like Black and brown candidates from the race. I am staying, and I am praying that him, Curtis Sliwa, and Cuomo just like kill each other and like take each other's votes and stuff.
That would be
Like,
fantastic.
oh my God, it would be amazing. Anyways, this RFK Jr. stuff, God damn.
I don't know like what we can say on YouTube, but like man's brain has been so completely melted by heroin. Like
And so many other things. Yeah, we probably can't say that word, but he has just been saying the most insane things at this Senate hearing, was just lying through his teeth, and is talking about how, there's talks of how they're saying that Tylenol is causing autism in children. And
which you guys should sue because I'm starting to believe that.
oh my God.
Literally, like, sorry, go ahead. You can.
Well, no,
yeah.
and all this stuff about how like measles cases have exponentially gone up since he's come in, and how for some reason he's like hating on the vaccine, but then saying Operation Warp Speed that Trump did was amazing. Like, all so contradictory and just so like lying through his teeth and just saying anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like vaccines work because of like the herd immunity. So we're gonna bring back polio. Is that his thing? Make America great again. Bring back polio.
God damn.
Yeah. No, I mean, also it's really bad because if he's not recommending the COVID vaccine from CDC, like the health insurance won't cover it. And I don't know if most of us don't have fucking health insurance, but either way, the more expensive, the harder you make it to get, the more difficult it is for people to get care. So it's like you can already choose not to get it by not going. It's not like you leave your house and someone's going to stab you with a, COVID vaccine. This is optional anyway. But why are you making it this hard for people? Yeah, and he was like, oh, I don't know if you caught this, but they were like asking him like, okay, Bernie Sanders was grilling him. And also so was Senator Warren. I was so happy watching this, but they were like, yeah, well, tell us which organizations agree with you that the COVID vaccine is bad. And he was saying just a handful of doctors, and he was like Dr. Oz.
You're like
Doctor Who, Dr. Seuss.
Oh my
fuck out of here.
Ugh. Everything that comes out of his mouth is literally just lie, 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 lie. And I'm like, God, I can't wait until what happens with like every single other appointed Trump cabinet member where he just like gets ousted or something, like happened in like 2016, where like I swear there was like a rotating list of just all the people who worked for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, people were like, oh my gosh, like, why are you guys coming after RFK? Like, it's basically the same thing as Hunter Biden. And we're like, what office does Hunter Biden hold? Please let me know.
Legitimately,
But
so
like this
insane.
man has just the worst aura I've ever
Oh my
seen.
God. Cooks himself in a sauna like not
The
in a sauna, in a tanning
voice, yeah,
bed.
the voice is
Well,
insane.
it really is. I feel like we can't. I don't know. I feel like we can't make fun of that.
What is it?
Well, it's some like condition he has or
Oh,
something.
really? I
Like, yeah,
mean, my
yeah.
God, this man has just.
No, it's something like with your vocal folds and stuff. Like,
Interesting. Okay, I don't know.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
just feel it's like a walking like plague. I'm
It's
like, this is the epitome of health.
Oh my
Are
God,
you for real?
everything I learn about him is against my will. Okay, I wanted to talk about this because I saw it online. Tyshawn Jones, who is a skateboarder, if you don't know, um, it came out that he was being paid $83,000 a month to only wear Supreme. Which I'm like, listen, you're giving me $83,000 a month. I will wear nothing for you. Like, also Supreme, like, and I'm 100% sure. Of course, they were definitely just supplying him the clothes and everything. Obviously, he was like, no, I'm not gonna only wear Supreme kicks. Like, he's definitely gonna be like, I want to wear my signature. Um, but
Shit,
that's crazy.
83K.
I
Like,
know. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to get to that point.
I feel that. Yeah.
Well, honestly, that was the
Goals.
whole thing of going to this creator event where I was like,
How is Supreme going to manage fund my lifestyle?
well, no, I honestly was like, girl, this is about to be us. Like,
I
we're about to be going to like
Jean-Paul
these
Gaultier,
events. Oh,
you
yeah.
better pay me.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm-
they are. They are.
I'm just kidding, but like I would love a few pieces if you guys don't mind, or an invite to something.
Listen, we're going to have a God tier podcast when we start getting all these PR packages and we're going to be opening them up.
Yeah.
Listen, I wear a size small. Waist is 25.5,
Yeah, 14 inches. We're just joking, and that's bad. Don't do that. Florida residents being arrested for filling in the rainbow sidewalks that have been removed with chalk and it's never been holding up in court. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so what's been happening is on the Trump administration's continued attack on LGBTQ people, I think it was Florida and possibly Texas that have been ordering the removal of rainbow sidewalks in cities. And there's one like right in front of Pulse nightclub, which obviously had the massacre that happened. And they took it out. And people have been coming and filling it in with just chalk, sidewalk chalk, which is not illegal. It is not a form of vandalism because it can be washed away. And they've been getting arrested. And every time, these like arrests go to court, the judges are throwing them out because there's no basis. Which, first of all, there's something to be said with the cops just being able to arrest these people. And, they have qualified immunity and there's no repercussions that happen. But
yeah, it's intimidation.
Yeah, but we love to see that is happening and that, LGBTQ people are fighting back.
Yeah, I was seeing memes of people putting like rainbow flags on potholes, being like, hopefully they'll fill it up.
So, we love that.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, Royals rants. Trump is banning guns for trans people. He wants to.
Like, what in the Second Amendment?
Oh, no. I made a TikTok about this where I was like, listen, guys, we finally did it where the hate for trans people has surpassed conservatives' love for the Second Amendment. And obviously, they've never given a rat's ass about the Second Amendment. I'm sorry. Conservatives really don't stand for anything. Because if they would, then they wouldn't be letting Trump do all these things.
Just hate.
Right.
They're always there for that.
No hate like Christian love. And that's just like ridiculous. Like, what are we talking about here?
It's literally in the Constitution.
Well,
are you out of your mind?
But also at the same time, okay, yeah, like I do believe, we do believe in gun control and stuff.
For sure. Well, I'm like, we'll get gun control just against trans people.
Oh, it's the type of thing where it's like, once the Black Panthers started to have guns and stuff, and once they started to arm themselves, then it became a huge, huge problem, like in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, so it's really only we only want white straight white men to have guns. Like those are the only people that should have
It's just like
those.
so random though. Like this in the sports thing. It's like, how is this affecting anybody?
Oh no, zero. We are a red herring to just distract from more important things.
Yeah, maybe
you
like
know?
Epstein files or things like that. Like, no, let's start
Legitimately.
fucking attacking people like for no reason. But
Of course. And then the other thing I had was, so I went to Body Hack, which I've talked about before. It's this trans, non-binary, like queer event. We go and we're standing in the line. Why do I see these straight cis men standing in the line, like a group of them? And I was like, this is not for you. Like, I'm sorry, but like, you are literally ruining my safe space. Like, people have been, I made a TikTok about it too, and it got traction. And people are like, well, how do you know they were like cis? And I'm sorry, but you can tell. And also, they were like,
the Patagonia really stands out.
But I literally was like, people were like, oh, well, maybe they were allies. And I'm sorry, but allies don't just get a free pass to queer spaces.
Yeah, LGBTQIA, the A does not ally.
The A does not stand for ally. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired of mainly these white girls who love to have all gay men as their friends think that they have a free pass into queer spaces. Like, allies do not automatically, or at least they shouldn't automatically just be accepted into these spaces. It's a safe space for a reason. But,
it's because like also they bring their non-ally people around, okay?
And
like you start bringing in a whole posse of your boyfriends and all these motherfuckers in. It's like, this is not something that you're supposed, like
100%.
you're making it unsafe now.
Also, I'm sorry, but you have to know how you're being perceived as, okay? Having even just seeing like a straight cis person there is going to change how I move in this space.
Mm-hmm.
When I know it's all trans people, I'm going to be 90% more comfortable, but it's just, and listen, I understand why you want to be there because straight spaces suck. They're boring. They're filled with horrible men, but I'm sorry, but like, you need to be the change in your space. And this is not to say like I'm blaming these straight women for like their spaces. Obviously it's all men and it's horrible straight cis men, but it just like really irked me. And like they got in. They were like in front of the fucking line before us. And I'm sorry, but like, why are you taking up this space that is specifically meant for queer and trans people? Like, know your place. I'm sorry, but like, if you are a true ally, then you're going to stay home. Then you understand what it means to not go because you are supporting, but you're being a supporter by knowing, okay, I shouldn't go to this because it's not for me,
Yeah, I mean, I also kind of feel like the people that we're talking about are not like, oh, your friend that is, active. She's an activist and she's really like there. She's our true ally. Like we're talking about some fucking finance bro that's showing up to Body Hack. Like, what are you doing?
Well, and
like,
I think
I don't even feel like they would consider themselves allies.
Oh no, and I think I'm sorry, but like, if you're getting mad at me saying this, goddamn, of course the camera dies, right? As I'm like in my rant, but I understand that this is a polarizing topic for some people. And some people maybe are like, well, what if, maybe it was a trans girl who hadn't like transitioned all the way or something. But at the same time, I think there's something to be said about understanding how you're being perceived and understand, there are straight cis men in my life who understand that they, can't or shouldn't go to these spaces because of how they're perceived.
Yeah. I feel like if you're invited by someone, like, if you have an invitation to go to this, you can go. If you hop in and take it upon yourself and you're thinking, maybe I should or shouldn't, like, let's go with that thought.
Right.
But,
and it's also like knowing how to be respectful at those things and just knowing your like place, I guess. And this, this doesn't happen all the time. It's not something that happens a ton, but it definitely frustrated me. It definitely was something where I was like, God damn, like this is a space that I have felt safe in. And now that I've seen these men, I'm a little more like on edge, or, I'm just a little more like looking around. And yeah, that's my piece. That was my Royals rant. Again,
I have like one more thing to add to this. I
absolutely.
feel not like specific to this, but there's like this death of like queer or fun clubs
Yeah.
because they start getting like normied.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I saw this thing that was like, oh, if you like open a club, like here are the stages to it. Like first, the cool people come. It's like they're poor, but they're cool and they've got culture and it's the best time ever. And then, like because it's so cool and popular, more and more people come to it, and the word starts getting spread, and then the finance bros, they want to be a part of the cool thing,
God.
so they go, and now you have to raise the prices because these motherfuckers are there.
Oh,
and now because it's so expensive, these
not
people
accessible anymore.
Yeah, these people that made it so fun and cool, they leave, and now it's these frat bros that are like the late adapters to this, and it fucking sucks.
You can
And
draw
your club is dead. You're gonna have to shut down months after.
Right. And you can draw these like parallels to fashion and how queer fashion has been so co-opted by straight men who are homophobic, and like people who are homophobic who are like taking these things. And also it can be said for, like Black culture and things. Like there's so many parallels to this. Yeah, it's such a big thing. Again, 90% of the time I've been to Body Hack, it's been so amazing. It's been so great. It was just a specific time. All right, let's get to New York's hottest club. This has been a long one, guys. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, we've missed you. Got a long episode for you, so
exactly.
there you go. We kind of already talked about this, but like basically me staying home alone and like America makes me sad. I want to move to France.
No.
We'll check back in and see if things get better, but otherwise, might want to depart. I don't know. Like grass is always greener. I'm just seeing like the prices of rent are like half of what we have to pay.
And
I'm like,
crazy.
damn, that would be nice. Like quality of living, getting vacations, PTO, health insurance. Like, ooh, that sounds kind of good. But I don't know. We'll see.
I love New York too much.
I do love New York. Like, I feel we have our own bubble here, but damn, it's expensive. So Zoran, if you make this shit go through, like,
you're so bad.
All right, media Rex, unless you've got any other hottest clubs. No. Okay, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'll die on this hill. But I don't know what's wrong with me. I like watch them from current season to the first. I think it's like the camera quality gets fucking up, and I don't like that. But I finally made it to the first season. And oh my god, now I get their backstories.
Really?
Yes, this one girl, Mary. Insane. Okay, she's the first lady of her church, and it was her grandma's church, and she married.
Like polygamists?
They are
FLDS or something.
No, it started with a P.
I don't know.
I'll have to fill you in later. But it was her grandma's church, and it was in her will for the stepdad to marry one of her grandkids.
Ew.
Because like, oh, she'll look after you. So she was an arranged marriage, this girl Mary, with her grandfather, and
that is so gross.
All fucked up, and explains a lot. But basically, this church is a cult. Like, there was a man that mortgaged his house to give her $300,000. Like, all this crazy shit, and she is just horrible. But very entertaining. I can't lie. And Jen Shaw, she's the lady who was in prison with Ghislaine Maxwell. They're in the same minimum security prison. And like,
that's insane. And she's probably like,
oh, she's so guilty. She was scamming people, elderly people. It was like selling their data so that they could get like scammed by.
I remember seeing some like videos of like where they're like the police were after to get her or
Yes,
something.
yes, and she told everyone like, "Oh my god, my husband's having internal bleeding. I gotta go."
Yeah, oh
And
my
then
God.
20 minutes later, Homeland Security shows up,
That
and
is
they're like, "What
insane.
the hell?"
Oh my
Oh yeah,
God.
I'm very late to this. This is like so old,
Huh?
but
When did the first season come out?
like 2017 maybe,
Okay,
but yeah, oh
okay.
my god, it just like gets better and better, and they're like so violent and vicious. And then during my free time while I'm relaxing and at peace, like I just watch women yell at each other and be nasty and say horrible mean things.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, I don't know. And like this whole up until this first season, I was like, wow, this like main character girl, she's like the one that like they all got on the show because of her. She is like the meanest mean girl I've ever seen. It's like Mean
Really?
Girls of the Mormons. Like it's
Oof.
crazy. But yeah,
Checks out.
checks out anyway. Another TV show.
Succession. Okay, I'm late to the party. I know, like, what, 2 years ago, it was like airing the finale or whatever, and everyone was obsessed, but I just didn't watch it. So funny. So, and just the insane things that happen. Me and Zoe we're at the end of the first season. So insane. I'm not joking. I am laughing so hard because it's honestly fun to just see like rich people be fuck ups, if I'm being honest.
Totally.
And like these are horrible people. Like the dad is like the worst person you've met in your life, and it all very much checks out. But like it's been so good. It's been so good so far.
Well, Max and I started watching it. We were kind of stopped on episode 2 though because we got a little bit bored. Because I will say, like the pacing can be, the episodes are an hour long. Okay,
yes, they're long episodes.
Yeah, so sometimes we'd be playing on our phones and we're like lose interest. But it is very funny. I agree. Like I think I just need to get back into it. Like I knocked myself back into it, but it makes me hee hee ha. Also, my friend Simo. He messaged me, and this is not a media rag, but this is slang I want to start incorporating. So puss instead of like so cunt.
I know, like, I like that.
I gagged. That was so good. I was like,
I know. I think
I wrote that one down.
Saying that too.
I texted you immediately. I was like, look what I just heard.
Literally. I know. I saw that at like 12:30 in the nighttime. Oh, I love that.
Okay, and then Kid Cudi's new album. I don't know about you bitches, but if you were depressed as hell in high school, middle school, back in the day, like me, you love Kid Cudi, and I do. And I was like listening to his book, which again, also something I stopped listening to after like 2 chapters. But this album I've been listening to for like 3 weeks on repeat, and Max is like, "Are you still into this one, or you're done listening to it on repeat?" I'm like, no, it's just great. Like I don't know,
that's great though.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when artists like Chance the Rapper, they like find peace and happiness, their music takes a hit. I won't say this is No Man on the Moon, but I do like hearing it's positive.
I'm gonna have to go home and do a whole other listen through because I listened to it when it came out, but I haven't listened to it since. So
it's good. I liked
my
it.
Opinions on it.
All right.
Lucy, BK the Rula's new album, kind of new. It came out like 2 months ago. So good. I love BK the Rula so much. He's like such a great rapper. Love all the beats. Also the Pink Pantheress Tiny Desk. Okay, if there's one thing about me, I love Pink. I love her so much, and this was such like a good, different Tiny Desk that was just so her. She does like 23 songs.
Yeah.
Obviously because this girl is known for having short songs, but love the rendition. I think it was, besides like the DJ, it was all women, which of course we love to see, but the arrangements she had and like the medleys she put together were so great, and just it was so cool to see her singing acoustic in the Tiny Desk element. Like I loved it so much.
She said like on the mic too, she was like, "Oh, I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do this because like she didn't sing with any auto-tune, and I think that was like really new for her." And then she was like, saying like, "Oh my God, the band and everything. It's so cool to hear the songs this way." And I really loved that. Like, I think her voice is really cute. Like it's quiet.
Well, and
She's
I
very
think
shy.
I think some people listen to these and they're like, well, I don't even like it because she was like not super on tune on the singing. It isn't perfect. But I'm honestly like, who is? And I think that adds so much to it. And it
Mhm.
just, yeah, it's so beautiful. And she is just one of those angelic, like high, breathy voice singers that I love
It was
so
really
much.
cute. Was it cutting out or something? Because I remember like twice, like the music stopped, and at one point she was like, "What the fuck?" or
No,
something,
well,
or she
she
was like, "Oh my
had
god."
that was on purpose. So she
Oh,
had one where it cut out and she like rang a little bell and then it started up again. And then she had one where her
okay.
phone was ringing.
I see. Yeah, I was like
You know.
cleaning while I was listening to it, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Nah, yeah, no, it was all very purposeful, but so beautiful, so great.
Cute.
And with that,
Wait, one more
oh,
thing to
never mind.
plug. Follow our Depop. We'll link it below.
Yes,
Royal and I will be
yes.
putting up our own things, and
We
I
got
do
some
want to kind of start
stuff.
sourcing and picking out my own things. So
Absolutely.
if you like our fits, like we'll have that and like plenty of cute things. This will be on
That will
there.
be on there. I have like I'm gonna put on like a True Religion skirt. I have this like Calvin Klein
Got a fur coat, some leather
thing.
jackets, some brand names. So some cool things.
We got some good things. Be on the lookout. Also, come on, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok. And that's the end of episode 22. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.